G'day guys, it's Paul here in Felici. We're at Avalon Airport about to embark on a journey to Sydney. There's a lot of tension in the world right now, so one of the reasons why we're going to Sydney is to meet up with Colonial First State and have a chat. We left Geelong via Avalon Airport that morning. Oh, nice shot of our shoes there as we checked in via the tarmac. It was a beautiful morning in Geelong that morning to head towards Sydney. Nice little thumbs up from Felici as we boarded the plane. So we headed up to Sydney for 2 days with Colonial First State to talk about a lot of things to do with our business and our client base, in particular investments. I've just landed in Sydney to go and have a chat with Colonial First State. So today we're catching up with John Armitage. John's the Chief Investment Officer at Colonial First State. It's a good opportunity to sit down with them and talk about the portfolios, how they're reacting to the way the world is behaving right now.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be an amazing couple of days.
And we've also got the opportunity to meet with Clive Van Horen, who's the CEO of Colonial First State, and tomorrow we're meeting with Rob Coombe, the Executive Chair, to discuss all things Colonial, all things idaws. After a long morning, we made it to the Colonial First State headquarters for our first meeting with Chief Investment Officer Jonathan Armitage, who's been working very closely with Al Clark and the team to deliver the portfolio service for our clients. That's actually a good point to talk about more recent events.
Look at the deficit positions, not just in the US, but UK, France. Could they?
One of the key themes that came out of our discussion here today is scenario testing. I have talked about this in the past over at the MLC when we had the MLC portfolios, and the same thing applies here at Colonial First State, and that is that they look at scenarios that could happen in the market and how the portfolio could behave as a result of that. So that's really important to understand, is that Colonial First State are constantly looking at what could happen in the world and how they should position the portfolios accordingly. John was saying this morning that they spend a lot of time looking at their peers and benchmarking against their peers. We do that as well at idaws. We look at the portfolios that we've built with Colonial First State and we benchmark against the peers. It's just great to see the active management is still alive and well. The scenario testing, which is that stress testing, is alive and well here at Colonial First State. And importantly, the performance testing. It was great to hear today how John, he had a bit of a wry smile on his face because the performance relative to the peers has been very strong. Great catch up. After an early night, we were back the next morning to meet the CEO, Clive Van Horen. This was a great opportunity for the three of us to meet up with him and talk about all things Colonial First State, the strength of the company, and how important that is as a partnership with idaws and for our clients.
Okay, good. Really, really nice trajectory. Edge, as you know.
Constant entertainment was provided by our host, Michael Bourke, who's one of the senior managers of Colonial First State. He has been great for our business. It was then onto the ferry as we headed across to Taronga Zoo. It was a beautiful day in Sydney that day, about 28 to 29 degrees. Another little thumbs up from Felici. And we made our way to Taronga Zoo to give a talk to about 300 staff at Colonial First State. And we got lost on the way. It was stinking hot, everybody was sweating, and we had no idea where we were going. Michael, our host, also had no idea where we were going, and we ended up on the other side of the zoo. We finally made it to the conference centre.
Now, before I kick off, just like everyone to give a huge round of applause to Paul. He's come all the way from Geelong with two of his business partners, so he's taken a significant amount of time out of his business to share some insights. So if you just join me in giving him a big round of applause.
This was a great opportunity to get up in front of about 300 staff at Colonial who represent their development and product teams, to give them some insight on what it's like to be a client of Colonial and to provide the service to our ultimate clients, you, the idaws client. It was a great interaction and really well received. From there, Michael, our host, got us lost again. It felt like we were in the jungle in the outback of Australia. We had no idea where we were going. We found water at one stage, finally turned around and made our way back to the ferry. All jokes aside, it was a fantastic event and one that we were very grateful to be part of.